MMA pros are weighing in on Islam Makhachev vs. Jack Della Maddalena. And while excitement is high, the consensus among most analysts and fighters is clear. Makhachev's pressure, grappling, and championship experience give him a major edge, with many predicting he'll dominate the matchup.
Fight, who is it? It's going to be Makhachev, I'm almost certain, which is good. I'm going to get back for Volk, and then don't know where at this point, but it will be this year.
Islam is headed to Madison Square Garden to fight Maddalena. According to Khabib, the only way you are going to get Islam and Ilya is if Jack wins. If Jack is to win, where does that take him? The reason you can't answer that question, nobody's expecting Jack to win. That's a problem for selling out the Garden, except you have a reality. And the reality is Jack is one hell of a hard fight. And the only way you can make money is with an anticipation. I'm just asking you, is that a main event at Madison Square Garden? Yeah, I sure think so.
Bilal, I mean, he was the 170 champ. Islam's the 155 champ. They're very, very close in their abilities. This isn't like Islam's going to walk up to 170 and just walk through Jack Della Maddalena.
Even if he wins, they're going to make that fight happen against Islam.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, if Jack Della Maddalena wins, then Jack is the new welterweight champion. And, you know, maybe he fights Islam. That makes a lot of sense. The problem with Islam fighting Bilal is that they train together. And I think, you know, they had kind of said
how many guys we see fighting between each other that they used to train before?
Oh, I agree. I mean, I think they should fight.
Yeah, they should fight.
I definitely think they should fight. I think Khabib doesn't like that idea.
Yeah.
They have 500 fighters in the roster, at least.
Islam Makhachev is already regarded as one of the most complete and dangerous fighters in the UFC, with relentless wrestling, suffocating ground control, and an elite fight IQ that makes him nearly impossible to solve. Many pros believe Jack Della Maddalena could be walking into a nightmare, warning that once Islam gets his hands on you, escape is nearly impossible.
We have JDM versus Islam Makhachev. We all know that they're more likely they're going to fight. Their fight's going to take place October 20th. I don't know where the location is going to be, but they're going to fight in October.
It does seem like Islam's on Twitter already saying it's time to be double champion and all the rest of this. It seems like you are the fight he wants. Do you think that's the one that makes the most sense?
I think that a lot of good welterweights. Obviously, I think Islam's what he's done is probably. I think he deserves a shot if he wants to step up, but I guess that's not my fault. It's up to the UFC.
Also the main event. Khabib said it months ago. Islam was going to fight Jack Della. It's officially happening. And if you've seen videos and pictures of Islam lately, he's bigger. And he's gonna have to be bigger if he wants to get through the monster that is Jack Della Maddalena. The best thing about watching is recognizing they know the challenge is ahead of Islam.
He's a big guy. I think he's gonna fill into that weight. He's a really big 155er. So I think his lifestyle outside of training camp is going to be a little more comfortable, and he'll fill into that weight class no problem. He's going to be he could be champion there for sure.
How do you think he does against JDM?
I think the beginning of the fight is going to tell the story, like how well JDM does at getting up, how well JDM does at keeping Islam off of his feet, off of his legs, off of the cage. It's tough to call that because JDM's a big guy, athletic. I'm excited about that. A lot of fun fights in the future.
The intrigue of this matchup is that Jack Della Maddalena brings explosive power and elite striking, capable of ending a fight in an instant. MMA pros agree his only path to victory is to keep the fight standing, manage distance, and avoid Islam's takedowns. The problem? History shows that every opponent who believed they could test Islam on the feet ended up dragged into deep waters and smothered by his grappling. Some acknowledge Jack's striking as world-class, but the harsh reality is once Makhachev closes the distance, the fight could quickly slip away.
I think sheds some light on this fight, and I'll be honest, makes me very nervous for a so-called Jack Della Maddalena. And listen, it's no secret, the last time we discussed Islam moving up to 170, we weren't super optimistic for the young lad, and I think it's for the main reason that, you know, obviously, Khabib and Islam will get compared to no end. And, you know, I felt like Islam Makhachev, there are definitely aspects of his game that are a lot better than Khabib's. We're actually going to talk about a lot of those today, but I think there was one key thing that does sort of give him problems sometimes, and it's the fact that Khabib's striking game complemented his takedown setups extremely well. The thing about Khabib is, I've always said he's actually a very underrated striker. I think that, you know, he's not super polished, but he has very good eyes. He's very good at managing distance. He's always moving. He's very hard to hit clean.
Hard fight. Honestly, it's gonna be. I saw his fight against Bilal. He's good, man. He's good. When he beginning fighting in UFC, he had problem with the wrestling, but now he's improved because I see he training a lot with the wrestlers, with the grapplers, and that's why he's a champion right now, and he's good everywhere. But we will see who is the best fighter in the world. It's the best time, you know. I was waiting for Tsarukyan because he have also very good win streak, and like people waiting for this fight. He was pulled out in the last fight, and I don't see some interesting fight in my division. That's why I will make decision to move up, because now they have new champion and a very good fighter, Jack Della Maddalena, and it fight make me training every day, make me wake up early morning.
How do you think the fight against Islam goes?
I think it's a super difficult fight. Obviously, he's faced Volk twice. So the first one, very competitive. And now he's facing a guy that's best scrambling ability, period, in all of MMA. I think that's what Bilal struggled with. So I think the size difference is going to be quite a lot than people think. And we've seen how Volk did on the ground, how much Islam struggled with him. Jack beats Islam, puts Islam in a difficult position. Does he now go back down to fight Ilya after?
The real question is whether Jack Della Maddalena can land that one perfect shot before Islam Makhachev inevitably closes the distance. For Islam, this isn't just another fight. It's about cementing his dominance. The majority of pros predict he won't just win, but make a statement. They expect him to use his suffocating wrestling to wear Jack down round by round, breaking his will with relentless pressure. And if the opening comes, Islam will seize it, whether through a submission, vicious ground and pound, or a slow, systematic dismantling. This fight is seen as another chance for Makhachev to prove why he's already regarded as one of the most dangerous champions in UFC history.
Be fine, man. I think it'd be good, you know, but people be sleeping on Jack, you know what I mean? And I think Jack is one of the best fighters in the world right now, and I think people is gonna find out when that match happens. I don't know. I'm hearing rumors maybe October. I think it's gonna be a fun fight, smart fight, but a lot of people counting out Jack for I don't know what reason. They just keep counting him out. Kind of reminds me of when I was like coming up and counting me out about certain fights. So I mean, he is, you know, he's the number 2 pound for pound in the world right now, but he's the number 2 pound for pound in the world for a reason. So you gotta respect that, but. You know, don't sleep on Jack. I think it's going to be a tough and fun fight.
JDM don't wrestle, but he was defending well, and he puts damage on him.
How do you see that fight with him and Islam?
He'll get takedown attempts coming at him very early. The last fight, he didn't have to deal with that when he was fresh. If Islam can start to pressure him early and take him down early, or even just make him wrestle, he might struggle. It's going to be him playing with his feet, tripping him, moving around on the octagon side, doing things that he don't recognize as freely.
But she didn't answer the question.
See, what the problem is, like, I can only give you that because I can't truly make a prediction on a fight. Like, is the job does.
Still, the heavyweight feeling around the MMA community is that anything can happen. This is the fight game, after all. One mistake can change everything. Jack Della Maddalena has the striking, the toughness, and the hunger to shock the world if Islam slips for even a second. But despite that danger, most fighters, analysts, and insiders are cautioning fans not to bet against Islam Makhachev. To them, he's too sharp, too composed, and simply too dominant. The question now is simple. Will Jack Della Maddalena pull off one of the greatest upsets in UFC history? Or will Islam once again do exactly what so many expect? Walk through another contender and remind the world why he's the most feared champion in the sport.